With high security and safety precautions, 500 kilos of explosives were delivered to the final destination in Georgia across the Turkish border, through the Sarpi checkpoint in the Georgian province of Ajara. Two rather spacious trucks carried only a few boxes to make sure detonators and explosives stay separate during the transportation. Eventually, the nitroglycerin charges reached Ajara safe and intact. The explosion site is in Batumi city. DSR Demolition is one of the first companies that started using explosives for demolition purposes in early 60s of the previous century. Run by the Ogden's family, the company is one of the world's top 3 family businesses. For over 30 years it has been headed by Dominic Ogden. This time he was contracted to bring down a 60 meters tall structure. My family has been in this business for over 40 years. Over this time we have demolished 150 buildings of various sizes and structures, mostly in England. We have never made a single mistake. We have never had fatal accidents or unforeseen situations either. Therefore, what we do is quite safe. By the time Dominic Ogden and his 3-man crew arrived, 1/3 of the site had been cleared of unnecessary structural elements. This, as well as all other major works, had been done by the Georgian construction company Horizonti. The British team's job was mainly to install and detonate the explosive charges. To ensure that the building collapses in the predetermined direction, major preparation works took place only in the first 4 floors of the 18-story building. All support pillars had been cut first. We cut the metal structures first. All these pillars on the both sides are connected to each other. You need to cut all of them in the first floor and 2 in the second. We do so to create a triangular slip plane and make the building move forward and in that direction. To plant blasting cartridges, deep bores were drilled in each pillar. When all preparatory works are finished, Dominic comes to scene to start the central phase of the demolition process. Several hundred meters of steel chain link and geotack are supposed to absorb the impact of the fragments from the exploding building. This is to prevent concrete fragments from flying too far. So you wrap the whole thing, right? How many layers do you wrap around? 7. 7? Yes. Only this or anything else? This is supplemented with chain link. After the columns have been wrapped, 4 floors of the building's facade are additionally covered with protective net. Another and probably most important safety rule is to keep right time intervals between explosions. After all cables are connected, champagne and warning signal air horns ready, there are only 3 British specialists, their Georgian partners and Droeba cameramen left within the restricted area. This is the last warning signal. 3, 2, 1.
ვიდეომასალის შენელებისას თვალნათლივ ჩანს, რომ პირველივე კონტაქტის დროს წინა ფასადის 4 სართული აფეთქდა. წამის 75 მეასედის შემდეგ მეორე კოლონა. იგივე ინტერვალით მესამე სვეტში 2 სართულზე ჩალაგებული ასაფეთქებელი ამოქმედდა. შენობა 17 წამის განმავლობაში შევიდა.
And one more nice sound in the end.
Yes! ყველაფერს კიდევ ერთი გაცილებით მცირე მასშტაბიანი ხმა ასრულებს.
After a couple of glasses, the vision becomes better, and one can ask,
Where is our Meskheti?
Gone.
This is how Meskheti Hotel looks now. All debris fragments stayed within the 150 meters range. No buildings, therefore, were damaged in the surrounding area.